So we try to live stream mainly our Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturday's iffy that I stream it. So we have the Zoom and then YouTube Live for people afterwards to come listen to watch. Some of my adult students will watch it afterwards if they missed the class. All right, and we have Andrew Morgan and Serenity Rodarte online. And this is Sensei Bedar, and he'll be the one instructing the class. I'll be assistant. I have Olivia coming in, so I'm going to help her get ready. Everybody's lined up. It's proper social distance. Come on, Olivia. Come on in. Let's go and get you ready. Get you going.
The beginning is important.
Okay, we want to see. You want to put this stuff over here or over there? Here or there? What do you want? Here?
So you had to parade for you to go to a karate place,
Shoes off.
and show up here.
And you're set.
Big deal.
Come on down.
And I wish in a few moments I could describe to you or explain to you or enlighten you about
You've done this
all
already
the,
times, so you should.
the great things that can go on when you start studying martial arts. But I can't. Do it.
Hello.
Too much.
I'm here for. Hey, what's up, Tyler? What are you up to? You got old and big, man. What happened? Max says that she sees you over at Silver Creek because evidently that's her hangout now, and she all.
You guys,
Nothing but the Silver Creek.
today what we're going to do is today we're going to learn how to start the class
You
formally.
just went? Really?
We're going to do a few more exercises.
What?
A few.
Nice.
And then we're going to learn a couple of basic techniques for karate. So the objective today is to have kind of an overview
Very nice,
of
man.
what
That's
needs to
what
get
you
done
do too. At the beginning?
in order to progress. So
You just swing by just to say
the
hi.
beginning is stand like this.
Hey, Taylor.
With
What's
your
up?
toes out. Everything
Okay.
in karate has a meaning. It has a meaning. There's nothing thrown in there that's just dumb that you don't need to worry about. Everything has a meaning. So at the beginning of the class, this is a position called the subidachi, with your toes out, your hands to your side. Chest out, like this. Raise is to bow. You bow from your waist, and you don't look at the floor. You look forward at the person, right? You look, yeah, exactly. We look at each other. We don't look at the floor. Whenever you go to any dojo, any karate place, you want to look for the national flag. We travel to many different countries, and you train in many different places. In Venezuela, you might be training in a parking lot garage. In Mexico, you might be training out on a soccer field. Like they train everywhere. And you want to look for the national flag because that tells you where the showman is. Showman means the front. In the absence of a national flag, we have both, but in the absence of a national flag, you also want to look around the room for photos of old people. So this is Ken Wamabuni. He invented the syllabus. Have you ever heard people say, like, a karate style? Like, what style of karate do you study? There's really no such thing as styles of karate. There's families. Families. So our family, we're part of the Mabuni family. And this is his oldest son, Ken Mabuni. This guy died back in like 1934. This guy died like 3 years ago. Very sweet man, very sweet man. This man, his name is Shoko Sato. He's the man that trained me. He lives in Miami. He was all Japan champion, lived in Venezuela the last 35 years, and recently emigrated to Miami when Venezuela's government went down the toilet. You guys probably aren't hip on Hugo Chavez, right? Anyway, at the beginning of the practice, you turn face to the front, and you hear the words "Shomeni Rei," which means to bow. Now, back in the day, actually not too long ago, just about 120 years, the samurai class in Japan, everybody was packing a sword. Samurai class. Not everybody, just the samurai. So behavior was important, right? Because if you had crazy behavior, boom, out comes the sword. A lot of the behaviors that you see in the karate dojo are remnants of that age, back from the late 1800s and the early 1900s. So you bow to the front, and then you hear Seiza. And with the sword, one hand is on the case and one hand is on the hilt. They kneel down, so do that with me. And the reason they kneel is because you can still draw from here. You follow? Then, from here, you unhook your toes and you go down. Notice my hands are still on the sword. So if something bad were to happen, right, I'm still able to draw. In order to show the other person that you don't mean them any harm, you're going to take your hand off your sword. Take it off the sword, you put it on the ground. Do that. And then you take your other hand off the sword and put it on the ground. And you make a little bow. You look at him. Don't look at the floor. Look forward. And then you come up. Okay? Sensei. A sensei means somebody who did it before. So if your mom taught you how to make pancakes or scrambled eggs, she's your scrambled egg sensei. And if you make bad eggs, it's her fault. Because she should have been on you, teaching you how to scramble eggs properly. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way it works. So in the karate world, same thing. I'm the sensei. And if you're no good at karate, it's my fault. Because it's my responsibility to be showing you how to do it. You follow me? So if I'm yelling at you, fix this, fix that, it's not because I don't like you. It's because I have an obligation to make sure that you learn how to do it properly. You understand what I'm saying? You understand that? Okay. You should worry when we quit yelling. You should worry when we're like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, man. Because that means we're done with you. We're like, you're not worth correcting. You understand what I'm saying? That's bad. So if the sensei is like on you all the time, correcting and things like that, that's a good thing. You shouldn't be afraid of it. At this moment, you say, Sensei Nirei, say the word. And you make that same bow. And we show our hands like this so that we know nobody's going to jump up and cut your head off. Right? And we say at this moment, Onegai shimasu. It sounds like onegai shimasu. Kind of sounds like that. Onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu. Okay? And it means in Japanese permission to get started. So let's say there's like a class of a bunch of little kids. You guys aren't little kids. I'm talking about little kids, right? All misbehaving, stuff like that. I'd be like, no. Can I just leave you kneeling? I can kneel like this all out. No problem. But your feet, your knees, I'm pretty sure, are going to start falling asleep. You're going to be like, oh, this is uncomfortable. And we ain't even been here but a couple minutes. Imagine sitting like this for an hour to teach those little kids how to behave. You know what I'm saying? So by the time they try to stand up, they'll be falling on themselves because their feet will be asleep. So that phrase at the beginning of the class, Onegai shimasu, means permission to get started. And again, you have to think, because in the dojo, things are different. If you're Chinese, for example, you live in China, you have to pay for school. If your parents are poor, they can't afford to send you to school. So you just grow up dumb your whole life. You don't even have the opportunity to learn. You don't get the opportunity to learn to read, to do math, nothing. So your life your life is forever. You're going to be a farmer, like dirt poor, living in the dirt, because you can't get an education unless you can afford to pay for it. That's why the Chinese kids, when they come to America, right, they study really hard and they get to the top. Because in their mind, culturally, they already know, like, getting that education is super important. In our school, in our culture, the government takes taxes out of your parents' wages and builds a school. And you have to go to school until you're 16. So culturally, we're like, yeah, whatever. I don't even want to be here. Trying to teach me something. You know what I'm saying? Two totally different attitudes towards the same thing, towards education. Right? Because that Chinese kid doesn't want to be living dirt poor his whole life, so that education is very important to him. In America, the education is free, or it appears free. It's not free, but it appears free. So when something's free and there's lots of it, what's the value of it? How much you gonna pay for something that's free? No, exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So that's why in the dojo, the culture is that learning is a privilege. Getting good is a privilege. It's not a right, it's a privilege. So when we come together, right, I'm going to come each day prepared to train you and train you well. The other side of it is you have to come to the class prepared to work and learn so you can get good at it. You understand what I mean? If we don't meet each other halfway, it's not going to work. And I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to come here and say, like, please, please work hard. I'm not going to do that. I'll be like, whoa, this kid doesn't do nothing. Just kick him out. That's what I'm going to do.
I heard that before too. And I said, usually say,
Just not because I'm a jerk, but because that's the culture of the dojo. You understand? Excellence. Excellence for everybody. Excellence. So we make about, and we say, onegai shimasu. Commission to serve. Then, learn how to fight without having any moral aptitude is completely irresponsible of me. In the karate world, we have something called the dojo kun. It's a few words to remind us of the attitude that we should adopt in our training. So please repeat after me. Seek perfection of character.
Seek perfection of character.
Be faithful.
Be faithful.
Endeavor to excel.
Endeavor to excel.
Respect others.
Respect others.
Refrain from violent behavior.
Refrain from violent behavior.
Very good. Now, unhook your toes because they start to fall asleep, right?
oh,
Bend
they're
your back a little so the blood goes back. Now, when we stand, if I step forward as I get up with my sword, what does that say? Yeah, it's kind of aggressive, right? Because I'm stepping towards you with my sword. So when you get up in the dojo, you put one foot in the front, but you always push backwards like this when you stand. So you don't make like an aggressive movement, right? You get what I'm saying? Because you're surrounded by people that know how to fight. So when you make an aggressive movement, the other guy's going to be like, boom, like this. I'm sorry, I thought you were attacking me. That's the culture of it. You understand? Okay. You stand first, and you say the magic word. Kritsu means stand. So put a foot in front, push back. You sleep together, tall and strong. Right? Body behavior. So act proud, act tall and strong. Don't be all look like a soldier. Ready?
all right, let's go, guys.
Lastly, we're going to turn face to the senpai. Now, senpai, the dojo is like a family. It's like a huge family. I'm like the dad. The kid with the highest belt in the room is like the oldest child. Now, obviously, you're older than him, but I'm saying he's been here longer than you. He actually knows a bunch of stuff that you don't know. So, senpai means firstborn. Firstborn. So, out of all you, he was born here first. Do you follow what I'm saying? So you don't have to like that kid. You don't have to be his buddy, but you have to respect the position. If I told him, if I say, hey, I want all these kids to do 100 jumping jacks, and he says, do 100 jump jacks, and you're like, I ain't got to listen to you, little kid, and doing 100 jump jacks. You're going to be in trouble twice. You're going to be in trouble once because you didn't do what the senpai said, and you're going to be in trouble the second time because I'm the one told him to do that. So when you defy him, you're defying me. You get the idea? Okay. Eventually, everybody becomes a senpai. You're a senpai to somebody. You're lined up ahead of her, so I'm betting you're a little older than her. Is that right? Okay, you're her senpai. And you're all these kids' senpai too, the ones in the back line. So everybody is a senpai, and everybody is what they call a kohai. Kohai means little brother, little sister. What I'm saying? It's relative. You know what relative means? It's not right or wrong, but it's relative to your position. Okay? So remember that. Eventually, you will be a senpai as well. So if you want people to respect your words and your deeds when you're the senpai, you also have to learn to respect others' words and deeds when they're the senpai. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay. So we say senpai ni rei, and we make a bow. And we are in. Now, all that talking I just did shouldn't take that long. Now we're going to do it at speed, so follow along. Kyosuke, tall and strong. Rei. Stays up. So, close your eyes. Open your eyes. Shoni, Rei, make a bow. When I come up, you come up. I turn. Senpai says, we bow. We say, onegaishimasu. Right? I go first. Boom. Senpai goes. Says the magic word. Boom. Go. Rei. Turn facing senpai. Senpai ni. Rei. That's it. That's out. Now, all the stuff I just talked about, all those words, they're like 15 minutes, right? All encompassed in what it just took us like 5 to 10 seconds to do. Capiche? Okay, now follow along. Bounce.
Bounce if you're at home. He's bouncing. In and out, in and out. That's it, guys.
Forward and back. Crisscross. Good high knee. Now heel kick. Separate arms out. Circle. Till they clap. Out. Clean. Keep going till they clap. Side, sideways. Sometimes people call this a swimmer stretch. Arms all the way around like that. Kind of up and down like this. Touch the middle of your back. Point your elbow up. So don't do like this. Go up and down. Yeah. Turn your body a little bit. Good. Hands out front. Pull them in. Push them out. In and out. In and out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Sorry. I'm going to throw out 1, 2, 3, 4. You come back to 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Shake them. Drop them. Shake them. Drop them. Shake them. Drop them. You put them out front. Roll them. Quick. Go a little bit side to side. Go in a little bit of a circle. that, just move your body now, go backwards, same thing, just move it around a little bit. Shake them out again, drop them. Shake them out again, drop them. Shake them out one more time, drop them. Now, body straight, heels out, head up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Can't hear you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7,
Much
8.
better. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Ear to shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Chin to shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7,
A
8.
little half circle. Ear to ear, only forward. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Good job. Bounce a little bit. Good. Separate your feet. Squat down like this. Push your knees out. Butt down, knees out. You put that. That's good. What's your name? Very good. All right. Feet flat. Wide, just like that. That was very good. 1, 2. Put your feet a little wide. It's actually very good. What are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Now look, come up, touch the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Knees out. Go down again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Down one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, shake them out a little bit. Okay, that's not normally what we do for a warm up. But I want to get to it because I talk to someone. Normally when I come to class, man, I'm in a hurry to get started. So I go quick to the valve, get the warm up going, get that done, so we get the training. Okay. Sit, cross your legs just briefly, and let me get the mobilization for a second. I know you're busy over there. Couldn't be said. Okay, look, karate is a very simple activity at its core. All the great activities are soccer, all you gotta do is kick it in the post. Basketball, all you gotta do is put it in the hoop. Track, all you gotta do is run. Simple activities, right? Karate is right up there with that. You know, it's a very simple activity. So look, in a nutshell, a match is a minute and a half for kids. The rules for adults are different. But for kids, a kid is 17 and younger. 8 points wins the match, or whoever's heading time's up. You get 1 point if you land, boom, a punch, to the face or to the body. You get 1 point for that. If you land your foot on their body, boom, 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 doesn't matter how you do it, you get 2 points. Okay? You get 3 points if you kick them in the head, boom. Or if for any reason they're laying on the floor. It doesn't matter. She's laying on the floor, boom, and I get her, boom, it's 3 points. Now, she could have fallen, she could have tripped and fallen. I don't care why she's there. Or I could have put her there. I could have been like, boom, and then swept her like this. Boom, like that. I put her on the ground. I get 3. Either way, it doesn't matter why she's on the ground. There are some fouls. Now I kick them in the privates, no eye poking, spitting and biting, hair pulling, you know, the usuals. Can you think of any sport where they do that? No. Okay, so you get penalties. 2 kinds of penalties. Personal fouls, technical foul. Technical foul means you broke a rule. So like, oh, I went out of bounds. That's technical foul. Oh, I kicked her in the privates. Boom! That's personal foul. You get 4, you get 3 free, and on the 4th one you're on. Okay, you get 3 free. 4th one, you lose automatic. Match is over, the other guy wins. Does that make sense? It's called fouling out. Don't foul out. Everybody got it? Now look, the referees do not recognize stuff that looks like this. They don't recognize it. They just sit in their chair. It's not illegal. It's not against the rules. But they don't recognize it. In order for the referee to throw a flag, it has to look like karate. Boom! Boom! It has to look like it's supposed to look. Does that make sense? Now, you can get them with all kind of fancy stuff. Boom! Like you get them like that, but that's hard to do. So if I was coaching basketball, would I take my new kids and start with the half court alley-oop? Nope. We're gonna win no games like that. I'm gonna show them what's the easiest shot in basketball. Lay up, easiest one. dribble, hit the little square on the backboard, and false plus, the easiest one. So if you want to win some games, you got to teach kids how to dribble first, and you got to teach them how to make layups. After they can make a layup, you can score points. So you can win games with points. Later, you can teach them how to move back, hit from the 3-point line. Boom, Mike. Why do you get 3 from the 3-point line, but you only get 2 for the layup? Harder. All right, that's exactly right. It's harder. So you get 3 points for kicking them in the head. Why? Because it's harder. You only get 1 point for punching. Why?
Because it's easy.
Because it's easy. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so that's it. That's it in a nutshell. All the other stuff is just details. So where to start? Should we start with the hardest thing, or should we start with something simple?
Easy.
Start with something simple. Stand on up. Come on. Separate your feet. Okay, look, I've been to all your high school. I see kids, they do like this, with their thumbs sticking out. They make fists with thumb on the inside. Like, I see all kind of weird stuff. Making a fist, man. Curl your 4 fingers in like that. Tight. And put your thumb across the index and the middle one, the circle finger fake. Put that one, put it across like that. Right. Now, put your hands out front like this. All right, check it out. In order, when you hit, you actually only hit with the 2 little dots on your knuckles. You don't hit like this. You got to learn how to straighten out your wrist like this, so that the only thing that actually hits is that. That's the only thing that hits. So you don't hit like that with like your pinky knuckle. You hit boom. So you feel my knuckles are hard, right? You understand? Okay. So that's number 1. If you got long nails and you can't make this, right? You can cheat a little. See what I'm doing? See what I'm doing that? You're already doing it because you got long nails. I'm telling you, it's okay to do that. 1, 2, right? Because you can't go like that. You'll break your nails. So you go like that, and then you cross it over like that. So you still make a fist, but you won't break your nails. Anybody's got long? I know it's okay. For nails, that's what I'm showing you. It's okay. It's not wrong. Okay, now separate your feet. Right? Put them up like this. Hold them back. Now let's get a name this stuff. The hand that's out, that's the action hand. That's the one doing stuff.
Okay, if you're at home, get the sparring stance and go ahead and do the reverse punch on every count, okay? So get your hands up and on every count, boom.
You're like, where is it? It's in your back pocket, dummy. You need to have it ready like this. Second, what I'm showing you right now, nobody fights like this. Nobody fights. You can fight like this. But I just met you. I don't know anything about you, man. Step 1, the easiest punch to throw is a straight punch. It's the easiest thing to do, right? And you can win a world championship. Bah! Bah! With just those 2. Do you follow what I'm saying? So that's why we're starting here. So you go like this. So I'm just trying to show you that now. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now check it out. Half slow. So I know they'll go to church. So on Sunday they go to church, and the old ladies, like 9:30 and 11, they pass each other, and they're like, "Oh, Darlene, how you doing, girl? Oh, how fun you doing?" Like that, right? It's like, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna go down to church. I want to get done before I go, and then they leave, right? So when you're doing your hands, pass them by each other like this, like the little church ladies, and then out. So pass them by like that, like church ladies. Boom, like that, right? Okay, now watch. Half slow, right next to each other. Come on. Now the second half, fast. Slow. Slow, right? And then fast. Slow, fast. Yeah. When you hit, breathe, right? I'll put your thumb inside there. What I just said on that. Okay, ready? You break your thumb. You hit me my forehead, you break your thumb. So look, halfway slow. And look, breathe. Breathe. Slow. Boom. Make a little noise. Make a little noise. Don't be scared. So look, little kids, we make them yell. We make them go. Ah! Now, I hate doing it. To me, it's super annoying. And you guys are older, you know, so I don't want to be like, yeah, I don't want to do that. But you need to breathe out. So when you breathe out, do this one. Yeah, man. Like you cough. That's all. Just a little punch. Okay, so put your hand up. So you're halfway slow. And on the fast part, give it a little breath. Go. There it is. Ready? Slow. 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 Good, good. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, put them up again. Imagine put it back. Not going too fast. No, see, man, I get excited. I see a lot of young crowd get excited. Ready? Now look. On the count this time, you're going to go fast. So I count 1, 5. You got to breathe. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, good. Check it out. Good. Bounce a little, man. Good. Good. Okay, now, where's the first place you can do a class? Where's that first place people always try to hit you?
Touch your face.
Who said that? Bingo. Give that man a black check on the cup.
Yeah.
The face. Always, whether they slap you, boom. Whether they try to grab, right? People always go over the face, which is silly because look, see my head's like moving around stuff. What's my body doing? No, your body's like a big target. So when I fight, they're like moving all over like this. I don't pay attention up here. I'm like, kaboom! Like I hit in the body. Oh! Most people got a little jelly in their belly, you know? So you hit them in the magic spot, ooh, they do that. That's how I do it. I know how to fight, so I know people didn't expect it. But anyway, they're still gonna try to hit me in the face. So second most important move is rising block. So it's usually my face. You gotta be fast. Boom! That's blocking and hitting. It doesn't matter if you're trying to grab, like she tried, I'm gonna ball it. She tried to grab my head, boom, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? She tried to grab me, boom, doesn't matter. Right? She punched me or slapped me, boom, doesn't matter. Slap me, boom, boom. Right? Same move. Okay? So look, put one hand up. Ready? Don't do weird stuff with your body right now, like your lower body. Just focus on your arms. So tuck above your head like this, ready hands back. Right? So slow. 1, like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when you block, right, you gotta push through. You don't stop it. No. You don't stop like this. Watch. She punches me in the face. You don't go. That's not it. You gotta go. Boom! You gotta go all the way through like that with your body. Just say you go through it. You know what I mean? It's not this. It's not like. It's not that. It's bah! It's hard like that. You know what I'm saying? There's no magic to it. You gotta crush it. Boom! Like that. Crush it. So you put your hand up like this. See the pass? Pop at the end like that. 1, boom, like that. In front of your forehead. Right? Good. Yeah. Up. Good. Good. In front of your forehead. Separate your feet. Strong posture. Now watch. Marie. Now watch. If your arms bent kind of like this, watch what happens when I push them. Hold it strong. What happens when I push them? It sort of collapses, right? Now watch. Go up just a couple degrees like this. Now hold it up there strong. Hold it strong. What happens now? Yeah, you feel the difference in how strong it is? So when you block, you don't block like this, short like in front of your face. You block, boom, like way out like that. Ready? Slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast. Halfway, look how they cast by. Right about there, and then boom, fire. 1, boom, 1, boom. Good. Shake it out. You gotta go fast. So you put it above your head, separate your feet, separate. Don't with your lower body. Focus on just keeping your lower body right where it is. Focus on getting your upper body. The upper body is easier than the feet. Ready? So go fast. So go 1, boom. 2, boom. 3, Thumb on the outside. Ready? 4, 5. Separate your feet. Ready? 6. Bounce, bounce. 7. Bounce, bounce. 8. Bounce. 9.
Don't reach for it.
Thumb on the outside. 5. Stay. Bounce. 5.
You freaked out when I did it.
6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And relax. Good, good, good. Bounce a little bit. Bounce. Good. There. Okay. Last kick. This, okay, your first kick. Okay. So this is when you kick. Okay, first of all, kicking somebody is like saying, I'm so awesome, I could whoop you standing on one leg. That's what kicking is. So before you go kick somebody, you think about that for a minute. Am I that awesome? Because it's much easier to throw your hands than it is to kick. Know what I'm saying? The first thing people usually do when you kick is grab your foot. So she'll throw a kick, and they'll grab it. You like ways to grab feet. They'll grab the foot, and then once they got the foot, boom, you're on your back. You're on the ground. So if you're going to kick somebody, you got to be good at it. You got to be fast. Front kick is the easiest one to throw. All it is picking up your knee high and then punching like this with the ball of your foot. So if I hit you with my hand, if I go boom with my hand like that, would you expect that to hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. My leg is like 3 of my arms. You know what I'm saying? So if I picked up my leg and went boom like this and hit him, would you expect that to hurt?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it would hurt. It's going to hurt 3 times as bad as the punch. Right? It's not this though. It's not this. Look. It's not like that. You pick it up, boom, and you punch with it. Now, I work all day. I wear steel-toed boots. It doesn't matter how my feet are inside my boots. I can go kick that wall with my boots on. Boom, leave a big hole. I won't feel a thing. But if I'm wearing tennis shoes, if I'm going barefoot, something like that, and I pick my foot up and kick this kid, boom, and I hit him with my toe, what do you think's gonna happen? He'll break your toe. And they don't do nothing for broken toes. You go to the hospital, you're gonna get a bill, the doctor's gonna say, 6 weeks, baby. That's what they're gonna say. You just have to sort out 6 weeks. So sit down for a quick minute. Hurry up. Put your feet out front like this. Now, I point my feet first like a dancer, like a swimmer, ballet dancer, I point them. And then I pull just my toes back like this. So it looks like this from the side view. Right? And what I want to hit with is this part underneath here. That's called the ball of your foot. The ball, the heel, this top part, instep. Okay? But front kick is pulling your toes back and hitting with the ball of your foot. If you got short little stubby toes, it's better. Because you just pull back. If you got like long, skinny nails, you really got to learn to pull back. It looks very easy. Follow what I'm saying? Yes or no? Okay, so you can practice. When you're watching TV, practice is an important thing, man. Pull your toes back. Just do it with 1 foot. Do it with 2 feet. Just while you're watching TV or just sitting around in front, whatever like that. Also, going barefoot helps. I like to go barefoot. I'm not weird. And picking things up and throwing them with the toes. So if you got a little brother, you know what? Fine. Hit him with like the Lego, the Lego be up on your carpet. Fine. I'm sorry. get what I'm saying, right? Pick stuff up, man. When you're outside, pick up stones, throw foot, it helps. You guys understand? Get back on your feet. Separate feet like this, hands here in front of your body. Now, why this? Why here? Because it doesn't matter where you kick people. So we're fighting, and I'm like, boom! I kick you in the legs. That's gonna hurt. Ah! You're not gonna drop dead. You're gonna be like, ah! That's what's gonna happen. But when we're here with each other, I don't want to come in from work and be like, oh, I'm gonna practice, man, and then have some dummy kick me in my knees all night long. I don't want that. So, in the dojo, you got to kick him at least in the stomach. If you kick me in the stomach, I can do sit-ups. I can take that. You know what I'm saying? And I still get to go work. We start kicking each other like, bah, bah, in the privates. You're gonna get injured. You're not gonna be able to work tomorrow. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes or no?
Yes.
So do we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. So you put your hand like this. So check it out. Separate your feet. You're gonna go up and right back down. Up, right back down. Like you got gum on your shoe. So you're like, you just hot down, like that, and have it pull your foot right back to the same place. So don't do like one back here, one of the dance. Go up, down, same place it's down. So you go 1, pump it up. 2, boom. 3, boom. 4, boom. 5. Don't do like your right? Hold your hands, lift your knee. Yeah, lift your knee. Yeah, lift it up. As soon as you pick up your foot, pull your toes back. As soon as you pick up your foot, pull it back. Now, as soon as your knee touches, push it up. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, what did I tell you about grabbing feet? So if you got like lazy feet, you kick like you're like an old person, like that, they're gonna grab your leg for sure. As soon as you see, I pick it up on the side. I pick it up, and then I snap it. Look, boom, and I pull it back, boom, pull it back, boom, like that. So when they grab it, I'm steady, boom, jerking my foot back out of their hand. Does that make sense? So if I kick them, I'm not gonna kick them like and leave it out there. I'm gonna go boom, and I'm gonna pull it back. Because all I gotta do is punch him with my foot. That's all I gotta do. Okay, hands up. So this time. 1, boom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. 8. When you kick, instead of lifting your legs straight, bend it. Bend it. Out and back. Down. Ready? 9, 10. 1, 2. Straight. 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 Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right in the middle, right in the middle. 9, 10. 1. Instead of lifting it straight, right? Bend it. Because you have to punch them and pull it back. Boom. Boom. Set. Out and back. Ready? 4, 5, 6. So on. Just lift it straight up. Just lift it straight up. Boom. Straight up. Don't do a bunch of other stuff. Just pick it straight up. Let me go. 9, 10. Relax. Bounce a little bit. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Oh, I got 5 minutes. Well, yeah, I'll give it 4 minutes. Unless you want to. It says it's 6:20, so it's 6:16 right now.
the seat. I'm gonna run it. We covered a lot of things. We covered bowing in the very beginning, and I talked a lot. And I can talk in short now. But to try to capture your attention, right? To capture like your spirit. If you good karate, bad karate, it's up to you. I got good karate. If your karate is bad, that's on you. And a lot of it has to do with your attitude, how you practice, your attitude of practice. You understand? To me, it's very serious, right? So when I practice, I'm like, yo, boom. So, imagine, I've done like millions of punches. I don't train like this. Like you guys, that's how I started. I don't train like that now. But like even doing something simple like what I'm doing with you, take it very seriously. Bam! And I put like my best effort into it. Even though I've done it like millions of times. You know what I'm saying? So remember that. It's not my karate, it's your karate. So if you want to be good, you know, take it seriously. Now, standing here, going like this, that's not how you do it. The next step is we got to get mobile. Okay, so look, the next thing you learn is this. Yoi, come on, take, right? Hand position, and then you got to move with it. So it becomes, the punch becomes always, and the rising block becomes, and the down block becomes, and the turn becomes, the kick becomes, and then walking with it. Then learning how to use it with a partner. Right? Right up. Okay. So now we practice. I gotta practice my punch. He practices it. I practice mine. I practice it. Right? We practice the mic. So I go one. He practices. Right? And we learn to defend. Punches. Boom. I learned to defend. Blocking. Boom. Getting back. For example. And so it goes. You understand what I'm saying? So what we did today was took a look at the 3 most important ones to learn. Punching straight, blocking high, and front kick. So the 3 most important ones. Questions now.
Also, another question. If, like, I do not know the exact time it was coming here. I took a picture of the calendar, but I don't know if there was any.
The answer to your question is this. The last 5 months, we've all been suffering from the effects of COVID-19. We call it COVID. Locked in your homes, locked up in our businesses. Like I'm like, I got a family, I got a house, I got a job. They locked us out. We've been sitting home for 5 months. So the schedule that we normally would have is robust. We are working in my life. The dojo's open Monday through Saturday. We teach all hours of the day. We're all doing. But during COVID, couldn't even have people in the building. So now we're rebuilding our schedule based on the people. Make sense? Okay. So the fact that you're here means you can probably make it on at 5:30 on Monday. It's good, right? So Sensei Mo is responsible for, developing the schedule, communicating with kids' parents about when they can get here. If you're a teenager, maybe you're driving, et cetera, maybe you have other options. You can let them know, hey, I work 2 nights a week. I can only get in on Monday and Thursday, or whatever.